Okay, so technically -2, but that doesn't exist, so you're
Yeah,
fine.
okay. So here's what happens, right? He shoots me. I look right at you, and I just say, "Run!" as I just crumple to the ground.
Hmm.
You're not dead.
No, he's just unconscious. You're gonna have to shoot him twice to kill him, so you're fine.
You're crazy.
Now we will go to the next turn, which would be Blaze. Not even technically Blaze. At this point, this is when, because it's been about 3 rounds, we've survived. You managed to make it to the very end, right? This is when probably you guys have bare minimum. So this is probably where we should skip to them trying to get the ship working, right? So I think that'd be a good time, Lucky.
Okay. Do you have it
Um,
operational yet? Yeah, you got it.
I just realized I've been fucking muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was round 2.
Yeah.
You got it operational.
I've been talking.
Basically.
I've been talking this entire fucking time.
And so now on round 3, this is where you got you're flying, right? And this is probably where you have to try to find us. I don't think it'd be very
Yeah.
hard because you'll see bullets being shot off. It'd
Screams,
probably be perception.
and
Well, they're in a. They can't probably hear the screams. They're in a ship.
My
That's
only
fair,
question
yeah.
is who's driving.
Don't know.
Are you gonna let Estra drive? He's gonna be the pilot.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I guess Estra's fucking driving this thing. Oh god, this piloting. Oh god. Okay. Where? What do you want me to roll to go find the 2 other people?
It'd be perception. Or
Perception.
investigation, right?
Perception.
Probably perception because you're using your eyeball.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, it's a bit lucky. Whether I find
Anyone else looking out the window could do it too, technically.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sakura, I
you
think
guys
we're
can
gonna.
also.
Sakura, I think one of us is dying in this fucking alleyway.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you.
I know, right? It's definitely me that's
Yeah,
dying.
I definitely see them down there.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Etra's gonna fly down and he's gonna get down to the. He's gonna block them off from the other side. Like he's gonna land in front of them so you guys can get in on the other side. Like literally, he's gonna open the door and be like, "Get in."
Stella just grabbed Blaze's
Well,
character.
That's the thing. We're in an alleyway. This thing might not.
Oh,
'Cause
you're in
if
the
it's-
alleyway. Okay, he'll land at the entrance of the alleyway then, probably opposite of the other guys.
I will say Stella
Yeah.
grabbed both of you. I'm just gonna say she grabbed both of you.
Well, that's too much weight to grab.
She does it
You don't
one
have
at
to
a
grab
time.
Sakura.
She does it one
Sakura
at a
can just
time.
walk in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sakura can.
Hey, what if one of us threw a disorientation charge?
Who
What?
has
I don't
that?
think we have any of those.
I certainly don't. I definitely don't have any of that.
I don't have that.
Unless it's a tech force power you have, but
Because I should have some sort of disorientation grenade on my person.
if your sheet told you what you have for your starting stuff, because you're a fighter, fighters get
Nope, I don't.
yeah.
Well, that plane's out the window.
I will.
Just get
I
on the
will.
ship.
I'm checking your background to see if it gave you something like that, but I don't think so.
I will say this: when Stella helps Blaze's character get back on, you're back at full health because she uses one of the healing
Well,
things.
the healing
So
you do have to roll, so it could be 1 to 6 because you can't full heal him. I can tell you that much.
Just get me up,
Okay,
Doc. I don't care what you raise my health to.
But yeah, you need to roll a d6.
would you say we're all on the ship though? Then at least.
What the
Okay.
Okay,
fuck?
and then Estro's gonna blast
Well-
off into the atmosphere and get off this planet as soon as everyone's on the ship.
I can honestly just do it again though.
No, you can't. That's your hit dice.
Yeah,
You can
no,
only
it's
do it-
fine.
Yeah, you
It's
can only do
fine.
that
I
while
can,
it's a long rest. That
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
cantrip is tight,
we're
but-
safe now, anyways. We're safe now, anyways.
Yeah,
we
it
just
doesn't.
rest.
Yeah,
Lucky-
unless someone throws a fucking coin at my head again. I might die from that. A fucking coin could kill me now.
Lucky, the alley's not 35 feet away. It's within 30 where he landed.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, then yeah, I can get away myself because otherwise, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
back.
so we're-
I'm backing up. I'm back up for duty.
hmm
Okay.
Okay, so are we good now? Can we launch this space? We're safe. we chill.
Yeah. Was Archie mad about something?
Yeah, he wanted Blaze
I
to
don't-
die. I mean, what?
He's looking at me. I don't know what he's barking at.
So as soon as I
Oh,
get
it's
up,
probably
I'm like,
I will say, as soon as you get up, you see that you're kind of positioned in a way where your like head is like lying in Stella's lap because she was treating you.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
know where
look
you're
up and
barking
I'm gonna be looking up and I'm be like, stop. What happened? Did we win?
at. The Mandalorian is gonna choke you out.
Did we
Almost-
win?
No, you almost died.
Oh. Hey, is the
What a shame.
is I get slowly get up and I'm like, where I'm looking for Sakura's character. I'm like, where
They're fine.
do I see Sakura's character?
Yes.
I mean, like, oh, thank God you're fine. I need alcohol. Something strong. Does this place have alcohol? Do your ship have a booze lounge?
I don't carry infernal alcohol on my ship.
Fuck. Well, damn it. I guess I should have bought a bottle to take with me. Oh well.
You should be glad that you're alive. And that we didn't just leave you to die.
Thank you, Miss Princess. I'll raise a toast towards you once we get to a place that has alcohol.
I don't think my character ever learned anyone else's name except for the princess.
No, that is true. But I
Oh,
only
it-
know.
So is everyone gonna introduce themselves, or are they just gonna stay awkward?
It's just like, you, Mandalorian, pilot the ship. You're better at this than me.
Very well then.
Yeah, you just swap seats.
Hey, hey,
And then you
Stella.
go straight to the book.
I do have an important question. Does your ship have like a med bay or a science research station? I would love to get to work. I have so much stuff I need to get done.
On the right.
I'm gonna snap my finger and say, thanks. And I'm gonna like head towards it with my bag, like, and I'm still like at one HP, so like I'm slowly like walking
I need
towards
you
the
to
lab.
roll a perception check when you. I need you to roll a perception check when you go in there, though.
Okay.
Please tell me there's a booby trap in there waiting for him.
No, no. But he does see a bunch of very high tech machines that he's never seen before or used before. Not to mention samples of various things that his father did not have.
I'm gonna start looking at them and be like, oh my god, stuff that even my father didn't have. This would make him so impressed. I have to log it all. I like start getting my data pad and start like writing stuff in, like to keep journal entries.
Oh. Sorry, I was talking to Alex. If I can get the door open. Because for some reason, someone had to order more food. Zoe's a bitch. Anyway. Move, Zoe. Let me shut the door. Move, 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 move. Okay.
Okay, I guess we're just cruising along for now then.
We're cruising for this second because I have to take food to people. So this is an intermission for you guys. You get to breathe a little bit.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I guess now is the
no.
chance for Estra to confront.
I mean, you can
fuck is
introduce
your name again?
yourselves to each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just in my lab doing
Es-
stuff if anyone needs me.
Shit. What the fuck's your name?
Oh, you don't
I'm
Whose
know?
trying to
name?
scroll up to find. I'm kind of well. I mean, I'm just me and myself. I need to remember what the fuck Fucker's character's name.
Kefki.
It's Kefki. Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
So Escher's gonna
Russian.
go over there. Escher's gonna go over there to her and just be like, I don't even know what he would say to her. He's just like,
Yeah,
so
you see a short glass black, apparel, red skin, with just a well, you know the face. It's hard to
yeah.
describe. Yeah.
Okay, I guess he'll just start very blunt and be like, so you mind telling me how a Sith pureblood got on a planet like this?
I flew here.
Flew here?
Yeah.
From where?
From Korriban. Again,
That and I
that
gotta go
what-
to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, that's the
that's
planet
one
he
of those
does not
things.
know.
Yep. Because it has a different name in your thing.
Okay. Does he know that? Does he notice that she's carrying like a physical pistol gun?
I haven't fully
See that?
figured out the weaponry yet, so I haven't. That's why I haven't mentioned that or even used it. That's why I've only been going into melee, right? So
Okay.
I'll have to give more information. Yeah, I've been still trying to figure that out. Which one? Um, at this point, I'm almost thinking that it's going to be that just because it's harder to conceal a rifle or a bow.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if those are very easily concealable with, you know.
I will say this while you're doing that, Stella just kind of slinks off to where Blaze's character is and is quietly behind him. I'm pretty sure I had to roll stealth
Mm-hmm.
on.
My character will be going to the engine room. Make sure everything's running good.
I'm definitely not heard, so that's good. And
Well,
lightly tap his shoulder and probably scare the shit out of him.
yeah, his perception's pretty ass.
So you as you tap my shoulder, I like drop my data pad on the table and I turn around and I'm like, oh, it's just you. Do you need something?
Having fun.
Yes, actually, I love these rare exotic material that you have here. I've categorized them by species and give different attributes, and I really do love this lab. All these machinery is all new. It looks pristine, well kept, maintained. I think I understand
While
how they
he's
work.
talking, she just pulls out a vial with some odd liquid he's not familiar with.
What is that?
It's a very toxic poison.
Oh, we have a lot of strong poisons on my home. Well, where I was born. We
No, this one works
uh,
differently. Not only does it kill its like the person that comes into contact with it, but it can control them much like how spores can attach to certain kinds of insects and control them like they are alive even when they're dead.
Oh, interesting. And do you have such a thing?
And then we have a flashback to when you raise the dead for one turn.
To make those I hate do my bidding.
It seems like we're gonna get along after all. But listen. What I am curious. You know, don't get me wrong, I love this entire setup, and trust me, I am going to use it a lot. But what is the main goal we're trying to do for the Jedi here? What are we doing?
Save them.
Save them.
From who? From what?
From what or from who, I might ask? Because I would like to know what I'm getting into.
From the Sith.
I see.
You know, the
Well,
big bad empire.
listen. Okay. I know necessarily, right, that technically we should be enemies. I mean, I am a supporter of the Empire, but I also never go back on my word. So, despite how I might feel about certain people in this company, or what we're trying to do, I am a man of my word. My father instilled that into me more than anything. So, I will keep my promise to you, and I will finish the job successfully, I might add, and help you any way I can. But I will also say, at any moment, if I feel though I am being taken advantage of, I am out.
Fair enough.
But also, I want to say this, right? Most of these people I can get along with. You know, heck, even that scholar looking guy who I think hates me, but I can get along with him, sort of. But that one guy, or am I gonna have problems with him in the future? The pilot that's piloting right now, am I gonna have a problem with him? Because he hates me, obviously, and I don't think we're gonna work well together if he keeps up that act.
So, to get you to stop complaining, she like slightly like lifts up her like dress like thing. I need her to roll me a fucking charisma save,
Huh?
bitch. It's to get you to shut up about it.
Every time it's. Well, I'll see myself out. It's been nice.
Hey, to be fair, you were very close to the funny number.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, fuck up. Like, so as I'm speaking mid complaint, I see that I'm like, okay, I understand.
You will get
But
along. Do I make
well,
myself clear?
I will try, okay? But if we're to get along, he also has to try. It can't be a
promise that.
one-sided thing.
I
If
can't
I try to
promise
get
that.
along, if I try to get along with him, and all he does is call me a worm and insult my race,
To be
there's
fair,
not much I can really do.
to be fair, he only called you a worm once.
Twice.
Yeah.
And more than anything, I take great offense to people that insult my species and our genetics.
I don't think he
Because-
was. I don't think he was calling you a worm because of your species. I think he was calling you that because he sees you as beneath him.
Which is even worse.
That's
But
just
anyway,
Cypher.
enough about him, right? I will try my best to get along because you asked me so nicely. So, is there anything else you want to talk to me about? Or actually, you wouldn't happen to have any more of that poison, would you? I would love to take a look at it under the microscope.
She just hands you the vial.
Wait. You see me like gently like put it on like a little petri dish thing and like looking through it like with a microscope, as I say. So that's how it works.
And it'll be funny if like a week later of studying it, you realize it was a placebo and it does nothing.
The funny thing about that, that's not the actual poison that she was talking about. It's just hot sauce.
You know, and the funny thing is, right? I won't notice it straight away because
No, you won't.
I haven't looked at what hot sauce looks like underneath a microscope. So I'm looking at this, right? And I'm thinking, this is so weird. It's almost like it's supposed to be something you eat. But I guess that's what makes it potent and deadly because people will eat it thinking it's safe when it's not. So you just hear me like going off as I'm looking at this, and I'm like,
Bro, Esther's just like, I thought you weren't a complete idiot. I was wrong.
Well,
all right.
this is happening while we're talking, me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
Jay.
he's probably just looked over and he just sees him over there.
But here's the thing, Jay, right? In the sense of my character, right? He's extremely smart when it comes to genetics and poisons and stuff like that, but he's not really that well versed with food and like actual edible things. So when he sees something underneath a microscope that he has no prior knowledge of, and he's told something, he's going to believe it.
Mhm.
That was her way of pranking him.
See, that's why you gotta be like Esther and believe no one and trust no one.
Oh yeah, but let's see, where were we at, Jay? So, yeah, I said
I
I
think
flied
Esther
here,
was trying to. Yeah.
which
I
something
guess
to
Esther,
note. You didn't see like a ship parked out anywhere. I didn't go to his ship, and I was also in the alleyway with him when you guys found us. So
yeah.
whether you
I guess
question that
that.
more, you know.
Yeah, I think the next thing he's gonna ask though is gonna be like, are you involved in like the current going on of the world? Like, are you aware about the Empire and our mission? Like, are you gonna be okay?
I
Like, not
just
that he's worried. But, like, is he gonna be?
So she goes and starts reciting what she knows about the Empire, which is what his thing was. Let's just see.
Extremely pro-empire propaganda.
Oh God, and this is for like how well she remembers after 22. So she's just like reciting almost word for word what he was saying. It's like, oh yeah, I know what the Empire is. Blah 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 blah.
No, no. He's gonna look at her like, and yet you agreed to be on this mission.
Well, yeah, I um, it was, that he.
Okay. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not normally this nice, but let me just explain some things for you.
Mhm.
So he's gonna give her the subjective history of like what's going on, not just propaganda.
Well, the funny thing is too, right? My character sees this propaganda as the truth. He doesn't really. It's not propaganda to him. It's the history of the empire.
And this is the history of the Empire to me, because I know nothing other.
Because I've been such a nice
Yeah.
guy, I don't think she's gonna believe you straight away when you start talking bad about the empire. Because I was so nice.
I mean, the thing is, he's not gonna be like, oh, the Empire was horrible evil. He's just gonna be like, and they did this, and they did this, and hear like the facts of what happened and how like history. He's giving her like the historical retelling. He's not giving any like, oh, I hate this and this happened.
That's gonna be interesting.
Mhm.
He's giving her a very subjective, like, make your own opinions about what you think is right or wrong.
And then after your spill, or she might actually interrupt you if it goes on too long, right?
Yeah.
She'll say, "I just learned about this empire, these light swords." She, doesn't say lightsaber. Um,
Mm.
or this Jedi, which is not the right word. So yeah.
Okay, well, it's become
And
clear to Escher that he has no idea about the modern world.
mhm. Also, I don't know I mean, you probably were at least paying somewhat attention to her on the technology. You probably don't want her pressing any buttons on the ship.
Yeah, no. He's just gonna be like, my only advice is only believe what you can see. See for yourself first.
That,
I mean, she
that's-
did see the text of the history of the propaganda.
yeah,
The thing
I
is,
saw
he has
it.
books. He has evidence. He has all the stuff also. He also has
But-
things.
She will say, "Oh God, you're playing a nerd, and I'm basically playing the religious fucker." She goes, "But you can't see
Yeah.
everything that you believe in. Um, that's no, like you can't believe in everything that you can't see." Or no, she will say, "There are some things that you just believe in that you can't see, but they're also the truth as well."
You know, he doesn't object to that because he's not like an asshole, at least when it comes to knowledge. He doesn't object to that. He's like, you're right about some things. Like some things you can't see, you still believe in. Some things that might be true, but you can't see.
You know, the worst
Although,
part too is that
he
I'm
would
not like
but
yeah, I'm not super smart, but I think this is smart enough to say like the air, for example.
he's gonna look at her like, what?
You can't see the air, but you know it's
Oh
there.
god, I'm losing brain cells every minute.
It's just like, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. Technology has come, and we have many proven theories about the world, but that'd be too long to explain to you right now. You know, just think carefully about what you hear and who you trust, and also don't touch anything on the ship.
She looks at
Poor
the ground. And
child.
so she looks at the ground where her feet are touching the floor, and she starts doing like I want to say hot potato, but she's like trying not to touch the floor with her feet. So she's like hopping on one foot on
Oh,
the other.
my God. He's
You
like, wait,
heard the
and then
land.
just don't touch the control don't trust the control panel over there or anything that looks important.
Jay,
You can
Jay,
be
I
the ship,
think
be on the ship.
we found someone stupider than Lance. I didn't think it was possible.
Lance was smart in his own way.
He was a fucking. He was a hermit.
Okay, but he
that-
was religious, I guess. He knew about the forest, how to live in the
Um,
forest.
Oh my god, I am basically Lance. I am actually just playing Lance. 'Cause that is
You're
essentially what she
a
is.
religious.
Uh, at least you pointed out not to touch stuff on the control panel.
Yeah.
Um,
You
Oh,
clarify
God
that and
forbid.
then just like
and then
leave
you
her
just
alone
say
after.
or nothing else important, which is you didn't say like the airlocks to the outside or anything like that.
God. Surely she knows how a ship works, right? That's his thoughts.
Uh, well, if you heard our previous conversation about not knowing what the fuck a sun is,
But you didn't.
No, he thinks
Princess,
he
may I
has
speak with
common
you in
sense of
private,
like
please?
So
that.
question about like
Sure.
just so we're all clear, I don't have to worry about her pressing the airlock because there's not like flashing shining lights or anything around.
No, everything's probably pretty dingy looking as is anyway because it's Star Wars.
Well, I'm meaning like it's not something like oh a button press here, you know.
No, I would hope not. Depends on how fancy the ship is. 'Cause it is a princess ship.
Lucky, are there buttons to open the kill the party door?
Yeah, and how
No.
how important is
Well,
stuff?
okay. So when we're like on a planet, when you leave, is there like buttons beside the doors to open and close them?
They're locked inside protective casing, so you can't hit them.
yeah, knowing that she doesn't know about protective casings, making that important. So you'll see her start heading that way, Jay.
Oh no, he's gonna run after her. He's gonna fucking babysit this girl. Oh my god.
Yep.
I have so many more important things to be doing, and I have to watch her because she's important. She's important, but goddamn.
I mean, Jay, if you really want to, if you really want to fuck with someone, you could just say, "Go talk to the big scientist guy."
Oh yeah, no,
You're-
actually, he's just gonna be like, the big guy over there. You can go talk to him. I'm sure he can explain everything just fine. He can show you what air looks
I
like.
do not know what happened.
You
Hmm.
probably just lagged out. It's okay.
So
Probably.
yeah, I guess that is what I would do because they're nice. It's like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, and then I'll go ask you what you're doing.
Ugh.
I'm gonna look down and say, "Oh, hi.
Mhm.
What you doing in here?"
They told me that you could explain things to me, or I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm actually researching some genetics.
Do you still have that vial nearby?
Yeah, that's what he's looking at right now.
You see like a bit of the liquid on like my microscope, and then you see a full vial right next to me. I'm like, I look at you, I look at the vial, and I say, "Don't you dare."
Don't you dare what?
Sakura,
It's not
want you
something
to-
you take
I
in your
want you.
body.
I want you to do a perception check real quick on the liquid.
See if he knows what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yep. You can tell
Well-
that it is a. You can tell it's some kind of condiment that's spicy.
Well, I don't have any formal knowledge of stuff that's normal that you can normally obtain, Lucky.
Well, that's what it looks like to you. It doesn't look like anything
Let's just say this, right?
dangerous.
It looks like
If-
food to you.
Well, or more importantly, it doesn't look like a poison would probably be better because I'm actually proficient in poisoners.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not a poison.
It
Yeah.
does not look like poison to you at all. No.
So yeah, I'm gonna roll sleight of hand as I'm gonna try to grab it. 16.
That was damn.
Fuck.
You're able to snatch the vial away without Blaze's character noticing.
Yeah, because you're probably like discussing it, and then you turn to look at the vial, it's missing. Turn back, and you see my fingers dipping into it and about to touch my tongue.
No. Like, do you still like put it in your mouth?
Not quite. I mean, you have the This is your opportunity to stop me. You know.
I think like I'm like I should definitely stop her, and I'm like, but I can test the effects on what it does to a human.
But you also realize that she's the only nice one who would talk to you at the moment too.
Oh. I'm gonna like.
To be fair, Esther dislikes you because.
I'm gonna grab the vial.
I mean,
and I'm
to
gonna,
be fair, Esther.
not food, okay? This is highly deadly poison. The princess gave it to me.
No, it's not.
What do you mean it's not?
It's not poison. It's clearly not poison.
Wait. You know what poison looks like?
Well, yeah. I know what a lot of poisons look like.
I'm gonna like sniff the liquid.
It smells like hot sauce.
That bitch.
I don't know what exactly it is, but I know it was poison.
I'm gonna put it back on the table and I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, it looks like someone played a joke on me. It looks like it's just food.
Hmm. What kind of food? I don't actually know what that is.
It's a type of spicy sauce. You know, if you want like a bit of spice in your food, you put it in. If you want to have it, you can take it because I don't want it. It has nothing to do with what I want.
High five is in order for that beautiful sleight of hand you pulled.
Thank you.
But hey, you know what? I have an idea.
Mm.
You know, uh, I'm always looking. If you want to learn more about the world and about, just things in general, you could become my assistant. I always need people, to help me with my research, and you get to learn a lot about, genetics, and I can even teach you how to play like a couple card games.
This is not gonna last long at all because I'm pretty sure your research requires technology and nature, right?
Yeah.
Probably animal
You know, the
handling of some
only
degree.
Listen. I'd look at you and I'm like, listen, all you would have to do, right? I just need you to like bring me stuff if I need it, okay? I trust you. You're
Hey,
very,
hey,
you're a very
Blaze.
good person. Hmm.
I'm gonna say this. Stella walks into the area and you notice her mess with one of the other machines in the back that you haven't touched yet. When she pushes a button, you see in like a big sciencey tube the head of an Ungo Bungo.
the hell's an Ungo Bungo?
Solo, why don't you tell them what an Ungo Bungo is? It's one of those
Do I
big
even
ass.
know what they are?
It's one of the first fucking mini boss you fight in fucking Fallen Order on the one fucking planet that you first go to.
Oh yeah.
One of those
Yes.
fucking things, and they're huge. It's a
Big
huge
head.
ass monster with a big ass tongue.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna be like,
Giant frog.
how did you even? How?
You can see like singe marks on the bottom part of the head where the head was cut off by a lightsaber.
I'm not even gonna question it. I'm gonna turn back to Sakura. Sakura's character. I'm gonna be like, so, would you be down? I could teach you a lot.
I just want to say the only other person on the ship who could probably actually help you be Estrid. He only hates you because you annoyed him.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
pissed him off.
Like, yeah, you spat on him. Otherwise, you
You
could probably get him to be your
know,
friend or like
you
nice to
know,
you.
I could get someone to help you.
I'm fine with anyone helping me.
Even
The
that mean
only
guy.
the only one that's
I mean,
got
He's not.
the only one that's got enough
not mean.
know-how to help you is someone who is already helping me. And he doesn't like you because you spat on him.
I did say sorry, and I did wipe it off.
But maybe I could
wa-
convince him to help you.
I
You
wasn't
put
talking about you,
can.
Jay. I was talking about the other mean guy.
that will see his body.
I was talking
Oh,
about the Mandalorian as the mean guy.
the other thing, yeah.
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 Um,
Yeah, Estrid
Uh,
isn't mean. He just
yeah. Listen. Yeah. Listen. Well, if you still want to be my assistant, I'm happy with it though, because I could teach you more about the world.
I do need to know some stuff.
More like he just wants to use you as a test subject.
Rude. I actually already have animals that I use for test subjects. I don't need people. For
That's
now.
even worse, you know?
What do you mean that's even worse?
Why
All the
do you
modern
think-
medicine comes from animal testing.
Why do you think I didn't give you the real poison? She says, pulling out another
by the way-
vial. Pulling out
by the
another
way,
vial that actually looks like poison.
By the way, that was pretty fucked up with what you did. That ruined. I thought we were getting along, and you pulled that shit with me. Not
Trust
funny.
you with this vial? Do you know how dangerous this shit is?
Means deadly poisons that could wipe out entire fucking cities, and yet you didn't see me accidentally release them.
Hey,
That
I-
poison you speak of nearly wiped out a planet.
Yep.
hey, Lucky. What
Hmm.
attribute would it be? Intelligence with the to figure out what that is.
You would have to roll like history because it's like a poison that's
Well,
been known to.
I have a poisoner kit. Damn it, it doesn't work. Fuck. I hate that this doesn't work. Why? So it's proficiency plus int, so it'd just be +2. Yeah, no, it's not likely. I'd have to roll. Yeah, not 15's not even gonna be high enough.
The
I'd
funny
have to
thing
roll a 20.
about this poison is it's actually made with that head over there and a plant.
Interesting.
Ikefki will say, "Yeah, that's poison." That's all I know, probably.
Good
Yeah.
job. You did really good. Thank you. I really needed to know that because she might have tricked me again.
I don't trick
thanks.
people twice. I only tricked them once. And I was only messing with you. I don't mess with people I don't like.
I'm gonna like move some of my like science equipment around as I'm like, yeah, but as a researcher, that type of joke does hit a nerve.
And yet I let you use this fancy little lab, and you haven't even seen the full exterior of it yet. I don't think I'll show it to you now.
That's fine with me. I'm fine with just this stuff for now.
I mean, what I had in mind, you would have been. Well,
Well, I guess some other time then.
Hey,
I'm gonna like.
Oh.
Yes,
You're
I
gonna
heard
what?
you're gonna do something.
Oh, I was just gonna ask Lucky if there's any dangerous like vials that are not like put away that's like on a table.
Hello?
there's a citrix.
Oh, wait.
There's a like acidy one that's nearby.
Cool. You both would see her reaching for that because she doesn't know
No,
what
no,
that actually is.
no, 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 no.
Hmm?
We both basically stop you, and me and Blaze are like our characters' fingers just kind of
gonna say
touch
this
when
now.
getting the vial.
I like that you guys are doing this, and I know my character's in the engine room making sure the ship runs good.
Listen,
not even
okay,
in this
that
whole
that
situation.
it will
think that's
actually
gonna
hurt
visit
you. That will actually hurt you.
I think Esther's gonna
Don't.
visit you in the engine room because he's gonna watch. He doesn't want to watch any of this. He's like, I don't want to babysit.
Hey, at least we'll be able to see what's wrong with the engine and shit, or see if there's anything we can do to fix it, or make sure it goes good.
You're right. I actually have a technology stat, so I can actually help.
Well,
I have engineering and tech stats, so we can both do it. Let's do it.
so
Out of this situation.
just to note,
I'm
the
just
moment you
gonna
say
lock
no,
this up
she
in the vault.
immediately would stop. Well, that's the thing. The moment you say no, she instantly like puts her hand out. It's not like she continues reaching.
Okay.
This is very
Um,
dangerous, so you both don't need this near you right now.
Yeah, please take it away. I don't really need that for my research anyway.
Oh,
Hey.
this stuff is so powerful it could melt through not just skin but also bone.
Yeah, I have no interest in it. But hey, I look at Sakura's character and I'm like, how about this, right? How about we take a break from the lab and we go into like the kitchen and stuff, and I can show you a card game. Would that be fun?
I'm surprised you didn't go. How about we go to the engine room so I can show you a card? It's like I want to
She-
get away, but go start set. No.
She just goes into
Card
the
game?
engine room.
Yeah,
Card
you want?
game?
Yeah,
What
card
are you
game.
talking about?
Have you ever played a card game?
What are cards?
Okay, so I like pull into like my little satchel, right, and I pull out like a deck of cards, and I just start like showing her each card and explaining the rules about the card game that I know, right? And I explain how it works.
We're gonna start playing Magic the Gathering and indoctrinate her.
Well, it's more like gambling stuff. So like
Yeah.
solitaire.
Oh God.
Those type
Yeah.
of cards. Yeah.
Yeah, teach
So
her
like
to gamble.
as I'm setting things up, I'll look at you, Saka, and I'll be like, so this will come out of nowhere. Okay, this is a question, but I am curious. What do you know? Like besides the stuff that and everyone else has taught you, like what do you know?
What do you mean? What do I know?
Like your general knowledge of things. Like besides what I told you or what other people have told you. What do you know about the world and galaxy and all stuff like that?
I know that are planets that are not all sand, and then she gives you a smile.
Okay.
And
Just gonna start
that is
talking about your
exactly what
god.
you told me.
Okay.
Because he asked about like the galaxy and other planets, So.
Okay, so is there any other type of knowledge that you would like to know? Would you like to know more about like the Empire, the Jedi, or like the world themselves? Like what else do you want to know? I'll help you.
I still am confused on why I'm with these people, with you and all of
Well,
them.
I'll be straight with you, right? Like I was telling you in the bar, I thought you had potential. So I thought you'd be a good fit for this group. The others necessarily didn't choose you. It was more of just a me finding you fascinating. So I tried to see if you would want to join, and then you kind of got pulled into this. And I'm sorry you didn't really get a choice whether you wanted to join or not. So I do apologize. And I will also want to apologize for what happened at the guard station. I didn't know things would end up like that because in the Empire, right, the police are very respectful, cordial, and they follow the laws and stuff,
Oh my
not
god.
bow down to corruption like those desert fucks do with their mobs and stuff like that. So I'm sorry. If we were in the Empire,
Sand people.
if we were in the Empire, things would have been different. The law would have been on our side because we are right. It's just in these desert planets and these outer rim worlds, you'll find nothing but lawless heathens and monsters and people that will do all sorts of things to you because they think that they have the right to do that. That's why I hate these places.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
now
like to
Oh.
don't like to be around them, but I
yeah, but
do.
now Tucker has the knowledge of the history of what happened.
So, well, yeah. The thing is, that was for my deception, Blaze.
Mhm,
I don't have to have you rolling, but when you
mhm.
start like belittling places and talking about like the sand places, you do see her face go from her typical tone, resting face, which is more like a concerned kind of. I hate to use the word scared. I forget the word that if you remember, Jay, what was the word I used?
You said worried, I think.
Yeah, a worried expression, right? And now it's more of a sad expression, as if like imagine if someone bashed your own hometown is essentially the expression.
Okay, so I'm gonna notice this, right? And I'm gonna be like, but I'm not saying all desert planets are bad. I've met some good ones. There's some good ones in the Empire. If you see the ones in the Empire, it will seem way better than this place. And here's the thing, right? If we're ever in Empire territory, I'll show you a nice place, okay? And I'll show you all the ecosystems and, animals and plants, and I'll show you everything that you need to know. But I typically don't like these outer rim worlds out of Empire control because typically you'll find more violence than order, and I don't like that. I like order, I like peacekeeping, I like laws, I like unity. And that's what the Empire does. Some people might say the Empire are tyrannical, and they have their own viewpoints. I'm not saying they're wrong. I am saying, however, that from what I have seen and what I've been taught, it's completely opposite to that. So,
Yeah. Okay. So what are the required steps for the sacrifice that you were talking about earlier? She
I'm
looks like
sorry, what?
like she has a
Yeah.
straight face at this point whenever she says that, right? She's like, "Oh yeah, the sacrifice you said earlier." Whenever it's like you said something like there's needed sacrifices or something.
Oh, you don't
I hope she's
understand
thinking
simple
goodbye.
wording, do you? Um, Listen, when I said sacrifices, right? It's just a bit of wording. It's not legit sacrificing. It's like things we do for other people or ourselves, right? So like, in that instance, they were trying to sacrifice telling the truth to the authorities. Wow, we wanted to tell the authorities. That's kind of like the difference,
Oh, so not like a blood sacrifice. And
No.
she'll just like straight face say that.
No, not like that. There are some religions that do that in the Outer Rims, but yeah, they don't you don't usually see blood sacrifices usually. But um speaking of which, do you follow a religion or like
Uh, yeah, I guess I used to.
used to? What religion was that?
Oh, well, don't really think it has a name, but I still have the book. I'm Yeah, that's what she'll say. I still have the book.
Oh. What can I take a look at it? I might know what it is.
Yeah, I will pull out a black leathered, probably pretty damaged holy book. It probably has some form of ancient Sith like symbols on it. And for the sake of funny, it's gonna be written in Sith. So I think
who
you
could
already have
read
it, but yeah.
Oh, can you read Sith? Damn. Let's say.
No, I don't
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, did I?
I thought you picked it because you knew
Oh,
I
that's
knew it.
the one. Yeah, that's the one I picked.
Yeah.
Because I knew Okay, yeah, so I can read it.
Yeah.
So I think me and you are the only one that can read this book.
Esther can read it too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open it up to read it.
And so you are basically reading blasphemous holy text, is what I have labeled it. It talks all about sacrifice, especially blood. It's very descriptive on how to sacrifice, where to cut, where to, like, everything, how much blood should flow. Like, it's very descriptive. And that's like in the
Esther
first few
blood.
pages of it.
Okay, and so like after I'm like reading it for a little bit, right? I'm like, huh, I didn't know this was a religion. So you said you used to follow this? Why don't you still follow it? Like, what changed?
Okay, let me make a wisdom save. Okay, damn, I cannot believe I'm not failing this. Oh, I saw everyone I know. Ascend.
Hey guys,
Hmm?
I'm
Good
gonna have to
timing.
call my session. I'm gonna have to call my session early. I'm getting really tired. Plus, I'm like crazy hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Good.
So
That's
I
You-
can
why
be an
I went
NPC from
BRB.
here on out.
Solo, that's why I went BRB and I got a pretzel from Circle K because I knew I was gonna be fucking hungry.
so what do you?
I've been
did
busy
you,
all morning and I didn't really get a chance to sleep well last night, so that's my reasoning. Anyway, peace out, guys.
Yeah. So did you just say ascend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They ascended.
Mhm. Oh,
What
if
does
you don't know,
ascending
if you don't know the
mean
word,
in your people?
yeah, oh yeah. There's a page on it, and then I flip to the page, and you read the first like big bold word, and it says the Great Ascension. And it will read, every 777 years, when all 7 moons align, the Great Ascension will be held, where one born under this, like the month, day, whatever, will lead the people in a ritual sacrifice, stabbing themselves in the heart. So yeah, that is essentially what you get whenever you read further in onto that page.
Were you the one that led that?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So what happens to you now based on that religion? Like, what would they say would happen to you?
Jay should have been dead.
So you decided not to follow through.
I got scared.
I close the book gently, right? And I hand it back and I say, you know, it's okay. You know, I don't judge you. I wouldn't have gone through it either. No, it's that sounds terrifying to witness, right? And you know, I know what it's like to be led by a religion that uh was taught to you at a young age that you then figure out was not the right one for you. You know, I my father was really into this idea of a great ascension in itself of uh, our species. He wanted to change us into something better in his eyes. I didn't really agree with that. In fact, I had my own thoughts of what a religion should be. So I started my own actually. It's not that popular. I got some people on some of the Empire worlds, but it's not that well known. It's not popular, but it's something for people to believe in other than my father's version. Because my father's version of the religion is more popular on our home world and certainly some other planets, probably. I don't keep track of it. But for mine, I call it, you know, there's a lot of words. I went through a long phase where I couldn't figure it out, just because it was hard to figure it out. But I calls it the perfection. Some people would label a small religious group as a cult, so I use that word in. It's the cult of perfection. My goal is I want to try to use genetics, right, to help people beat um, their flaws, and I want to help beat um, illnesses and stuff that's genetically caused by that. So diseases that are from genetics I want to rid, and that's the whole point of this religion. It's supposed to be a type of help group that I want to help people. And I want to spread the word of geneticists because I want people to research it more. I want more people to go down that path to try to figure different medical ways to help people. And
Blaze, does your character know about my race?
probably.
Okay. Surprised he hasn't taken an interest in my character's race then at that point.
Yeah,
Did I?
he's just been busy. So he hasn't really thought all about it. But
Because my character's entire race is like genetically modified to be perfect and above everyone else.
yeah, no, he knows that. He does want to talk to you about that, but he hasn't gotten the chance. But so he looks. I look at Sakura's character and I'm like, so yeah, that's the whole point of my group. And if people want to join, they can. If they don't want to, they have their own beliefs. That's fine. I don't really see the problem in it, as long as they're not, using it to try to hurt people. I mean, I could care less if they hurt people, but if they hurt my people, that's when I stand up, right? Because just a thing of mine, and I want to try to prove my father. I want to prove my father wrong in that regard. I do want to prove him right with the genetics part because he entrusted me with carrying out a project of his, and I can't fail. So yeah. So I understand what it's like to be in a religion you're not really feel like you should be in, or you know. So I'm sorry to hear that. You know, you had to go through that.
Oh God, I'm trying to figure out if I've already fucked up and said too much already or not.
I mean, you didn't have much of a choice, did you?
Why am I offline on what? I'm clearly not offline. YouTube.
YouTube
Well,
being dumb.
yeah. Well, no, it's not. Well, t technically, right? Only Blaze knows this bit. You know, um, roughly how I got there, whether you fully believe it because you didn't see me have a ship or go to a ship. Instead, I ran to yours.
Yeah.
You know. So not all the pieces are there, but I'm just yeah. I mean, there's still a lot, but that is the big thing that his character automatically knows. But I guess it's odd because I feel like this character isn't very like. Yes, I wrote a lot of deception checks, but that was to hide emotion, not to actually lie, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and that was more to see if you would notice more than yeah. I guess that's fine. It's gonna have to be. I've done it.
Yeah, you can take it back.
But she'd say something along the lines that it's not that she it's more she'll say I don't know if it is a religion that's not for me or anything. I don't know. I kind of just do what I'm told.
As you say that, like I kind of give the look like of a bit not like understanding fully what you've been through, but you could see a hint of like I know the feeling of being just following orders. And I'll say I completely understand when it comes to the fact of just following orders. When I was growing up, my father um, taught me to always follow the Empire, always believe in their teachings, and believe that genetics is the thing that will put everyone into the new age of glory, as well as he taught me that you have to be strong in this world. You know, you're not strong, you don't have a right to be in the world. And he did some not so fun things to some people I know to teach me that lesson. And he's expecting a lot of me from my travels, and I'm I'm more I just want to make sure I do my job and do what I was ordered to do. But at the same time, it not necessarily what I want to do. But I always just say follow orders, ask questions later. So
Yeah. Are you done with my book?
yes, I put it back on the counter,
Oh, I will
and
put it away.
I'm just like, that's a very interesting book. I've never really read anything like that. Between me and you, I would keep that away from everyone else.
Hey, just real fast, do a perception check.
Okay.
So, damn. I'll give you advantage just for the fact that you did, look at the book, right?
Yeah.
I think that's fair on this instance. You'll
Okay.
probably notice that the cover of the book, like the symbols on it, are also like on her face, on like half of it.
So I look at the symbols at a quick glance and then look at her, and then I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm gonna be like, I would just say, keep that book away from other people, because some people don't. Some people might see this book as evil and would try to hurt you for having this, and I want to try to avoid that. So let's just keep this between me and you, okay?
Also, just so you are aware, before you got knocked out, right? You saw her like flash out, but she did like a punching motion, right? You don't know if she was actually trying to punch the guy with the gun, but then you fell like unconscious. So just keep that in the back of your mind
Yeah.
from now on. Yeah. Don't know if you bring it up now or later, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just keep that away from other people. Certainly keep that away from the Jedi guys. They might not like you having that type of book.
Okay, not the Jedi guys. Do they look like you or do they look like me?
It's hard to tell. Any species could be a Jedi in theory. But you'll know them for a couple things. They have that thing that's called the lightsaber, that thing you were asking about. They will have that, and then they can use something called the Force, which allows them to push away things and, do other abilities with it.
I will say this, as Blaze was saying that, he just feels himself get pushed back. You were saying?
Yeah, for example, she's one of them.
Yeah, and I can do this. Just pushes him into a wall.
You do realize that by pushing him into a wall, you would knock him out.
No, I didn't push him that hard.
That the force push based on the spell.
I did like a casual push. I'm not actually trying to do an actual legitimate move push.
That's the thing. If unless you're pushing him with just your hands, there's no level for the force push.
Sure.
The only way you're not gonna hurt him, right, is if he doesn't hit a wall, which I'm pretty sure he has hit a wall in this area.
Then I just put him up against a wall with it. I don't have to throw him into it. You can push someone into a wall without like pushing them in a. Because I've seen fucking Jedi's do that and stuff where they like move something but they don't destroy it.
If it strikes another creature or object, it makes a dex save. That is, and it deals damage. This is just the mechanics of the spell that you're using.
I'm not using a spell though.
That's to any force power is a spell, Lucky, in this instance.
We're not in combat. That's my point.
Doesn't matter. It's still.
But to do the like force stuff, you're using, force push slash pull. That is your essentially out of combat. You're using your action to do that, and the only issue is that because of how this spell works. Oh, okay, wait. A tiny creature can move 20, a small, a medium, 5. Oh, 5 feet. Okay. So as long as if you just push him not into the wall, but to another seat, he won't actually hit the wall and won't take damage because he's a medium, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you can do that and not hurt him. But if you push him into the wall, he's getting knocked out, minimum.
Fucking skull crashes down on the ground.
Yeah. I didn't realize that it actually has like medium gets pushed, shorter distance.
Okay. Here we go.
As I get pushed, right, I'm gonna look and say, yeah, that's one of the Jedi.
You
yeah,
act
I was
you
getting.
you act like all of us are bloodthirsty people.
I hate that. I cannot believe I rolled this, but it's funny. This is the one time I wanted to roll like a 1 like on other stuff, and I didn't. So I don't show them the book. Cue
Oh.
the Blaze facepalm.
You
So
poor,
she sees the book you have.
you
Oh no,
poor.
I don't like show it. I'm just asking that to him verbally out
Give.
loud.
I look at her and give the look that I'm very, very sad, and just shake my head yes.
Okay, and
Yeah, that's all. That's all I say is I just say so I don't show her the book. You don't know what book I'm talking about. I just yeah,
no.
that I don't show you it.
She also doesn't really care, as you
Perfectly.
both
That's
can tell.
perfect then. Best case
So,
scenario.
do you need something, princess?
Yeah, I need you in my private quarters later.
Is this why? Do I have to talk to you about my genetics? Are you gonna question me on my beliefs again, or what's happening?
No, there's something I can't reach, and I need you to help me reach it.
Oh, I get it now. I'm just a fucking ladder. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're not a ladder. I just can't reach it, so I need you to get it down.
Okay. Let's go
Very-
now. I'll go help you now. Let's just get this over with. I'll help you grab the item. What is it? Is it like a book that you need, or like an item? He's like, I need to know what I'm trying to grab for. Like, and I'm just saying this to you as like I'm walking down the corridor.
It's a genetic head that I need for something.
Well, at least you got my attention with genetic head. Okay. So like so I'm like, which room is yours?
She just takes you into
How big is
the.
this shit? God damn.
She just takes you into one of the rooms, and it like when you get in, it's just like fucking huge on the inside.
Yeah, from what I could tell, because I was being very nice with the stuff. Yeah, no, these ships are way. Or if this ship is this big, you guys would not have been able to save us.
It's bigger on the inside than it is the outside. Okay, it's kind of like it kind of it. Again, the way it was made, it's kind of like okay, only Jay's gonna get this. It's like I would say the way that it's designed kind of reminds me of the TARDIS.
Well,
Hey, I watched that show too. I know what you're talking about.
That's why I said maybe only Jay will understand because I don't think Sakura has seen that show.
He should.
what?
Doctor Who.
I
Never mind.
no. I'm sorry. I was looking up the startup time for a ship, so I didn't hear what we're
Oh,
talking about.
yeah, sure you didn't.
No, really. Because the thing is, right? I said I was being nice about the
Yeah.
thing. If this was a tiny ship, which we can't actually fit in, none of us could. That takes a minute to start up. A small, which would be able to fit one in a robot, it takes 2 minutes. And a medium, which would be able to fit us all, and this is the smallest one that would allow us all in it, is 5 minutes startup time.
The thing
Listen,
is,
think about it like this.
I will
Let's
say
say,
this:
let's say.
this thing is twice the size of fucking Han Solo's ship. Okay.
Oh dear God. Yeah, no, there's legit no way you should have been able to save us then.
Yeah.
We'd be
Yeah.
fucking toast.
So Han Solo's ship. Let me.
Sakura, just accept, man, that we got saved by just fucking pure. We had just go with it, man.
Oh.
Just go with it.
No,
I was
I
just
just want to
asking
tell you all. Oh wait. Actually, no, there is a way. I forgot, cause you can do hazardly starts.
Yeah.
But You see the genetic head on the top of the shelf, and it is
The shell.
it's on a shelf. The genetic head is in a jar on top of a fucking shelf.
Like as I'm like reaching for it, I'm like, do I know what creature it's from?
It's a creature you've been wanting to get genetic like stuff for.
Oh, you're saying that this is something like that for my
that
project.
that you would want, yes.
As I'm like grabbing the head, like my eyes start to kind of like widen as I keep pulling it down, and I say, I've been dying to get my hands on one of these specimens.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass to kill.
Yeah, I bet. These things are okay. Is it fine if I take like a blood sample? That's all I would need. You could have the rest of it. I just need a blood sample.
She just plucks one of the hairs off of it and lets you keep it.
That's enough. That works too. Like as like I take it, I like put it in like one of my containers and just shut it and put it in my pocket. And I'm like, but hold on, I'm a bit curious. Why did you need me to grab it? You could have just gotten a ladder.
I don't have any ladders in the ship.
Really?
You just notice there's none.
That's
At least none that she can physically like detach and use in there.
that seems like a flaw to have, especially if you can't reach the shelves. You know.
I was waiting for you to say something like you see a ladder clearly right beside it, but no.
So if that's all, like I'll be going. Unless like you need to tell me something or talk to me about something.
I will say this: she gives your character a kiss on the cheek and then heads back towards the front of the ship without saying like anything.
She was supposed to be like hard to get. She's kind of like just going after him.
I said that she was supposed to be hard to get and not easily trusting, but that doesn't mean she can't put up a front.
I'm gonna say this now. It's more funny. Me and Jay are in the engineering room, minding our own goddamn business, just trying to see what's with the ship. We're just like,
Oh.
just like we have two buddies just passing wrenches to each other. Like, oh, you need this? All right, here you go.
So
Listen, there's an idiot upstairs. There's the princess, and there's someone he doesn't want to babysit, so he's down here.
and the guy that doesn't want to deal with that much shit, so he's just there doing his like what he used to do when he had a home world.
I just walk out. I go back to the table. I just sit down and I'm just like looking around like I'm confused at what just happened.
What are you doing?
Jay, I have been here just relaxing, watching TikToks, just like
What
Oh, I've been drawing extras actual characters. Sorry, my dog is crying. Why are you crying?
Oh,
Why are you crying, Archie?
How's your experience drawing my thing, the Space Marine thing?
I haven't worked on it. I've been doing so many other things. Sorry, it's summer, so
Yeah.
I'm catching up on all my hobbies, and I'm also like I need to finish this. I just have a costume party I'm going to this week. So I need to make my costume. I'm busy. I've been so busy
It's not even Halloween yet. Why is there costume parties?
because it's a birthday party, and oh fuck, costume party. It's a birthday party.
I was like, the fuck? I've been seeing like ads for like Halloween shit. I'm like,
Okay, so
Always Halloween.
I will say the first planet we're going to, I did put it in the chat.
You did what?
She cut out.
I put the.
She's gone. She's
the
dead.
fir-
Fucking
I'm not
eviscerated.
dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. The first.
Yeah.
I did put the first planet in chat that we will be heading to.
Okay, well, you probably should probably go get the
Yeah.
guy who's gonna ship.
Well, he's not here right now.
Yeah,
that's what
he's
it's-
Oh,
he left.
oh, he left.
technically
Okay.
So, just I want to give you guys context of how nice I was because I didn't actually, fully enforce the mechanic. You guys would have technically been spending 60 minutes starting up the ship unsafely or safely.
Well, here's the thing. It's more me and Jay just making sure the shit was like running correctly.
No,
It's like, oh,
no,
no,
no, no,
going
no,
wrong.
no, 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 no. This is before that. This is when you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
were
when you
starting
guys
the
go
ship
rescue.
to rescue
I didn't,
us.
I didn't start the ship. I was just went in and just went straight to the engine room. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
Astra
this
starting the ship.
Astra and everyone else who was starting the ship. That's basically what you would be, spending.
Yeah, you
So
guys have been long dead.
I wouldn't have been dead. I would have been fine.
It would have been dead.
Here's
It would have been dead.
Anyway, I'm gonna
Well, the
say
funny thing is,
that we get to that
Also-
planet and we're gonna take a long rest and end the session there.
alright. I was good. Jay, you want something funny? When I said BRB, I went to go to Circle K to get a pretzel because I was like, I was reading, okay, what's good with frontal lobe headaches? It was like grains. And I was like, okay, I'll get myself a
But
pretzel. So I did. And so me and the cashier was because we're buddies. He's like, what's up? I'm like, hey, dude.
Lucky,
Yeah.
just to give you a thing, the Millennium Falcon is already the largest the ships go,
I know.
which
I know that.
larger just means extra time to do that. So I'm just gonna be realistic. That 60 minutes probably should be 120
Okay.
minutes. So 2 hours would have taken to actually start the thing.
Okay.
But
I'm not gonna complain. I would have died.
Yeah.
Anyway,
emergency startup.
I'm gonna go ahead and end stream for the night. As always, guys, stay lucky, and I'll see you guys next time. Say bye, everybody.